Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream.
Sorry about the abrupt ending yesterday.
Yeah, this is what happens when I'm not paying
Are we plugged in?
I unplugged it because we're fully charged, but I pay attention to that.
You were sitting here for the whole live feed?
That's not true.
Except the last like 5 minutes.
Left. And then what happens?
But obviously you don't
This
pay
is what
attention.
happens when I leave things fall apart.
Obviously you don't pay attention because why didn't you notice it earlier?
I'm sure it was like ringing an alarm right up here. It hadn't rung before I left.
It's your computer. So anyhow, I would know on my computer, but I don't know about these things. This is Patrick's computer. It's an Apple. Why are you looking at? I don't know about I know about mine.
All the warnings are the same.
I didn't even see it. And then I didn't know how to plug it back in.
And then she's like, well, it's over anyways. I was like, did you finish it? Like, was it awkward? She was like, yeah, it was awkward.
I was talking.
It just shut down.
So sorry about that. Why doesn't it just stay plugged in? Why do you unplug it?
Because it's bad to leave your electronic devices that have lithium-ion batteries plugged in all the time.
I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? Does it say that? Is there like a warning?
Who doesn't know that? That's an important question. Like, because if you don't know that, you need to get out more.
Yeah, but getting out's not going to teach you that.
Well, I mean,
I don't know those things. I'm not very good with electronics. So
I used to tell people early on in our relationship that I liked Jeannie because she could program her own VCR. When we met, she used to record all her favorite TV shows. And I was like impressed by the fact that she was a strong, independent woman. Little did I know I would enable a completely helpless woman.
I didn't. Okay, let's see. So Margaret has a question. Whether there's going to be a hanger clip for the ladder quilts. I'm not using a ladder and trying to decide whether to make a sleeve or something else.
What is a ladder quilt?
All the long Kimberbell ones.
But why do they call them ladder quilts? Is it because you hang them on ladders?
Yeah, you can. That's how they kind of show it. So, Margaret.
You just fold them over ladders?
Actually, no. You don't, right? It's like, no. You would need to make some kind of hanger to... Because
then what's the point? Then you can't even see them.
Yeah, no, you'd have to make something to hang it off of the rung of the ladder. But Margaret, come in and maybe we can, you know what? Maybe some people you could post how you're hanging your ladder quilts. We have ours here where Dana just did it with a clip, like the ones that have like the little clip. And then
the hangers that Brent made are awesome.
I think we could find you
Brent,
something.
If you're watching, nice work.
You can make a ladder with just one top rung.
I have a hard time imagining Brent watching this.
He's not watching.
For some reason, I imagine Brent like standing outside, drinking coffee, wearing chaps, like getting ready to ride a horse off into the distance.
I don't think Brent's the horse rider.
No, he's not. But Brent's like a Western character in my world.
Yeah, we imagine him to be doing something super manly.
Yeah.
Right? Like
shearing a sheep or something.
I don't even.
I like a rancher.
Maybe doing woodwork.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So,
if Brent watches, he's probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Suzanne's benefit.
So, Margaret, you can come in and we could personal shop for you and find you a hanger that you absolutely love. I don't know if you saw, but Diane Reed posted her September's mini quilt, and did I get that for you, or did you get it somewhere else? She had Home Sweet Home, and that hanger was absolutely amazing. I was like, check that one out. So if ever you guys want me to personal shop for you, I don't really have time, but I still do it anyways. But you can go on to, I get a lot of my stuff on Checker distributors, and you can't buy from them as just a regular consumer. But you could shop on there and go, hey, I'm interested, because I think it shows you the retail price. But if you wanted to go on there and just look for quilt hangers, a lot of them are the ones I like are Ackfeld. And then you could just send me a list with, say, I want this, and I'll just order it for you. So just know you can personal shop for yourself and then send it to me and I'll order it for you. But you can go on there. I think any consumer can go on there. You're just going to see the retail pricing, which is normal. So, and it's called Checker Distributors, and that's where I get that's one of the places. There's like a handful of places that I usually get stuff for you.
All right, can we talk batteries for a second?
Are people asking about them?
Well, no, a lot of people said that they leave everything plugged in. Like,
we don't know.
If it's like a desktop computer or like a regular computer, you should leave it plugged in because there's no other power source. If you leave them unplugged for long periods of time, they have these little rechargeable cells, these little tiny ones in them that keep the clocks going. And if you leave them unplugged for a long period of time and you turn on one of those desktop computers and the time is wrong, it's because that battery actually discharged. So you can leave those plugged in. Super high-end devices have smart chargers. And so, but most devices aren't super high-end.
So what would be considered super high-end?
Like this computer's like a super high-end computer.
And you shouldn't leave it plugged in.
Well, so if
How
you
about my
left it,
computer? How about this is my computer.
No, you shouldn't leave them plugged in.
So is mine super high-end?
Yours pretty high-end, and it has a smart charger, meaning it will stop charging when it is full. But like the super high-end stuff will actually allow it to discharge. It'll like discharge itself. Like even the batteries.
While it's plugged in?
While it's plugged in.
So it won't know.
Because batteries like to be used. If you leave them plugged in all the time, then the batteries become less effective. And that doesn't mean you should drain them until they turn off, which is why there's an alarm that rings. Like, plug your computer in, plug your computer in. Like, this computer won't actually go all the way to 0. It will shut off with like 8 or 10% left in the battery. And then when you plug it back in, it'll charge to 100%. A lot of people don't even charge to 100%. And like you can change all these settings in your batteries. Oh, we should talk about scissor sharpening too.
So Crafty, call me. And I do have some in stock magnetic hoops. Oh, yes. Okay, what's going on with the hurricane?
So in any case,
I'm asking.
I understand, but we're not done talking yet.
Okay.
You just completely interrupted.
So far clear.
You were like, I'm not listening. I've blocked it out.
Batteries are boring.
Well,
Patrick.
but that's the thing. Like laptops, phones, like you shouldn't have those plugged in all the time.
So laptops and phones.
Laptops, phones, tablets.
Like your iPad.
Your electronic devices, electronic speakers, the tablets that sit on long arm machines should not be plugged in and charging all the time.
But you can leave your sewing machine, your toaster.
That stuff can be plugged in. Like all that stuff can be plugged in. I'm talking about rechargeable devices.
So the things we shouldn't leave plugged in all the time, your cell phones, your tablets, your laptops, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like Sandra's an IT person and saying that she leaves everything plugged in, laptops included. But I think what happens is by doing so, you reduce the efficacy of the battery.
And Sandra, maybe you leave that plugged in and then it just then they unplug and use it and then they plug it back in again at night. Because I plug my stuff in at night. Fire hazard.
Well, and like I said, there are a lot of smart chargers out there. Like I can plug this Apple laptop into my Lenovo block, and the Apple laptop has, essentially like a fire safe that'll turn charging off when it's at 100%, but like not the same way it would with the Apple block where they talk. So,
oh, I want to show them.
So, and you shouldn't be putting your laptop on top of heavy duty magnets either.
Can you move those?
And so just food for thought.
Okay, so I want to show you yesterday all of our thread came for the mystery wallflower digital dealer quilt that's going to happen in 2025, except for one color. They sent everything in one box, and then the peppermint was sent separately, and then it hasn't come. So, but this is what your mystery, if you're doing brown box special, which is also cellophane bag special, it's going to look like this, and these are the colors of the quilt. It's going to be super fun. So I'm looking forward to it. But I'm waiting for one more color, and it says it's supposed to be delivered today. I mean, seriously, you don't need this till next year, right? This is a next year thing. This is going to start.
Calm down.
So just calm down. But I am waiting for, some people have other things that I'm waiting to ship, and I was just waiting for this because I didn't want to not send it.
That goes back to my advice for Kai when he and Violet aren't getting along. The best thing to tell a woman when she's upset
God, no.
is you need to calm down.
He only says that to me when I'm in a good mood. He doesn't say that to me when I'm angry.
No, sometimes I say that to you when you're angry. When my level of F it is high. Like I have something in my life I call my F it. And that's when my stress levels get high. I just go, F it.
Calm down.
I go F it. And because it's just not worth getting that. Like none of it's a big deal. Nobody's dying for the most part. I mean, maybe if they are, then you can't say F it. But
there's other things you say to trigger me too. There's not much that really gets me going. Right? There's not much
I gotta
that gets
be pretty
me.
upset to tell you to calm down.
Okay.
Like sometimes.
Yeah, but most stuff you say to me, most stuff he says to me that might maybe make other people upset, make me laugh. Just laugh at him. Okay, so
so our thoughts go out to the people dealing with the hurricane, and we wish everybody good luck.
Yeah,
and we hope the storm surge isn't high.
Yes. This morning I was corresponding with a Florida gal, and I was like, it's funny because it's all you can think about when you're there in it, right? But the rest of the country just goes on. And I was like, it's kind of like when we had the fires a couple weeks ago right here in Reno. It's like you're watching it. It's all you can think about, what's going on with the wind. But I remember being on the East Coast and being like, oh, wildflowers, the fires, that's crazy. But then not really thinking about it because I'm on the East Coast and that didn't happen out there.
They have fires on the East Coast now.
Yeah, but not like we have out here. So anyways, because I forgot anything was even happening in Florida. So hopefully everyone's safe and it's not, what's going on with it? Like, I don't even know.
Well, they just told you.
Is it?
Updates.
But is it?
The wind's starting to gust and clouds rolled in. They said they'd be getting the brunt of it later in the afternoon.
Okay, so this afternoon's when it's supposed to really hit. So hopefully it'll just blow over and it's not going to be severe.
No, Silver software didn't come in. Earlier this week, we said it was probably 2 weeks out.
Probably a week ago, he told me it would ship in 2 weeks, but you just never know. So we'll let you know as soon as it ships and we get it. So I did also want to let you know, last night I put up star-spangled, I don't even know what it's called. It's not Star-Spangled Beauty. Star-Spangled Beauty ladder quilt, which is going to be the new Kimberbell one. But listen, it doesn't come out until April.
So that means if you buy it now,
we're just sitting there holding your money.
Don't start asking us about it next week.
Yeah, it's not. It's coming out April 2025. So if you're like, I just don't want to think about it, let me just order it now. You can order it now. I put up the quilt, the fabric kit, the embellishment kit, the design, and then there's pre-cuts, and they're really cute. The fabric line is cute. We'll get the fabric too, but there's fat quarters, 10-inch squares, 5-inch squares, and then the jelly rolls, which are 2.5-inch strips. Will not be out until April of next year. And then you can just wait too if you want to just go on and check it out. But feel free to pre-order right now, or feel free to pre-order next March. Whatever works for you. Okay? I want to let you know it is up. I was like, there's so many different links. Last night I was like, oh my God, am I getting it right? I hope so. So hopefully I did everything right. If you notice something's amiss, let me know.
Can we talk scissor sharpening for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
So we sharpen scissors, and because this is actually a really good example of what happens when scissors are sharpened, and they get like to the point where they can't be sharpened anymore. So see on my 7 head.
What's a 7 head?
Well, like, you know, most people have a 4 head. And then there's a 5 head. And then so
that's so cute. I love your 7 head.
See the tip.
And that's as close as it'll go.
Well, because and some of you will hear that from me when you bring scissors in. Like, people ask all the time, can I sharpen snips? And in theory, I can sharpen snips, but there is so little material to be removed from the blade of the scissors. So a lot of times, like, if you bring me scissors, what I'll really try to do is buff the scissors, because what happens is you've hit something, the scissors have kind of nicked, and that's where they're missing the cut. It pushes the blade apart. But if we're like legitimately sharpening your scissors, like, and we're grinding the scissors a little bit, we're removing material. And most scissors have just a tiny little bit of overlap at the tip. And so when we remove too much material, they won't cut at the tip. And the only other thing I'll say about that is at that point it's just time to get a new pair of scissors. Or sometimes, like, I'm just uncomfortable removing enough material. Like, it's amazing to me how many people bring in like a 40-year-old pair of scissors and it's like they have a relationship with them. But sometimes you just have to let them go. Like, a good pair of scissors, $30, they'll last like 10 plus years. They should stay sharp forever, as long as you're not like opening boxes with them or like cutting stuff too ridiculously. But but like, this is a good example. I just saw these, so this is a good example of what I'm talking about. If you've come in to my store and you've heard me say that I'm uncomfortable with the amount of material I'd have to remove from the scissors. Like, if you've got deep grooves, like every now and then some of you guys come in, you're always like, I don't know what my husband cut with these, but like, it's like they cut wire or something where there's like a deep groove or something that really to fix that, you'd really have to reshape the scissor. And sometimes that just, you know, it's too much material to be removed. Can scissors be recycled somehow? Absolutely. I mean, scissors are made out of steel, stainless steel, most of them, at least the nice ones. And there's a ton of places in town that recycle or purchase stainless steel. And you could totally take those to those recyclers. All right, let's see. Was there much else? We have Michelle and Gail today. At what time?
They're going to be here at 10. We should be getting started right? I think, they're here? Yes. So, we're going to get started in just a little bit. So we'll probably jump off so we can get everything. We have to move all this stuff back there and make sure everything is all ready. Can they not get in because the door is locked?
Coming in right now.
Okay. So, we're going to do our first series, our first episode, or what do you call it? Our first installation.
The first episode. It makes me think of that rap song.
Did anyone else think of a rap song? I think of I don't know, All in the Family, or something like that. An episode. What's the rap song?
The first episode. I can't remember if it's Eminem or Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I didn't think that. And we are going to be discussing borders. How to properly put borders on. And because of Michelle, I actually, when I did
It's Dr. Dre.
when I did sending holiday wishes or whatever, I was going to put my borders on like I normally do, which is the wrong way. And then I was like, I'm going to do it the right way because Michelle had explained it to me
How'd that go?
perfectly. It was perfect. And this is going to be kind of like a lecture Q&A. So the ladies are going to be telling you how they do it, and then you can ask your questions, and there are going to be suggestions. And this is your chance to have your little session with your quilting coach. So because, like I said, we all need coaches in life for certain things, and a lot of you,
even Tom Brady needs a coach.
yeah, even Tom Brady, and he's the best, right?
Well, and then you found out when Tom Brady left the Patriots, they kind of sucked. Isn't
So
that
he
what
didn't
happened?
need a coach, so it wasn't the coach.
Bill Belichick left with his 24-year-old girlfriend and rode off into the sunset.
I didn't know that. Okay, so everyone needs a coach except for Tom Brady. He's the best. He's the coach. So, but this is and I always say, and even in my life, I'm self-taught. We do a lot of things because we're self-taught, and now here's your chance. If you don't know the two gals that are going to be here, Gail Cram has been, you know what? They'll tell you. Okay, let's go.
They're both phenomenal quilters, and Michelle runs an amazing business doing quilt work.
And she sees it all, which I think is amazing because she sees it all. And so we're gonna get that started.
Boo Tom Brady.
Linda H, I am emailing you right now. Michelle Kelly, I already got your order ready together, and we'll send that out today. So
Kat, make sure your machines are on surge protectors.
Yeah, Kat knows her stuff. You don't have to tell Kat anything. Kat tells us what to do. We don't tell Kat. Okay. Have a great day. Be creative. Make something awesome. We'll see you in just a little bit. We're gonna end this to be on the live feed.
The live feed is gonna come back right here. Same
right
channel,
where you're at.
Same bat channel, different bat time.
I don't even get it.
You don't remember that from the original Batman?
Nope.
We'll see you here tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat time.